Welcome in to Wolves After Dark. The Timberwolves have moved on to the second round of the playoffs, sweeping stupid Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Holy cow. There is so much to talk about. We're going to get to it all tonight. Please like the stream, subscribe to the stream. We do this after every game, and guess what? We've got more games to do. 12 more wins. Oh my goodness, everybody.
Man, we've had 60 wins for the season.
This is incredible. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Me and Ashwin are maybe going to have a hard time formulating thoughts because I have not been able to talk for maybe the last 20 minutes. This is incredible. I am obviously so happy right now. Guys, we have a real team. I mean, Anthony Edwards just took over. Guess what? He's 22. Cat showed up these playoffs like he's never shown up for us before in key moments. This is a sweep game. This is like, hey, if you lose this game, there's a ton of pressure on you the next game. He shows up. Incredible game by Cat. I mean, guys, there's too many good things to talk about. We have such a bright future. I don't know, man. I can't get my thoughts out. This is insane.
Dude,
I'm screaming.
I'll say first things first. I hope Finchie's okay. That was crazy. A super fluke incident. Kind of a bummer, a blemish on the sweep. A sweep. We swept on TNT right now. Ant and Cat are on there. Oh my god, I want to hear it so badly. We swept the Suns that has KD, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Goats, Hall of Famers. We swept them.
Yeah.
How hard is it to sweep a team, let alone a team with one goat? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe it. I'm full of hot air right now. I'm going to be saying all sorts of nonsense. Dude, what a time to be alive, to be a Timberwolves fan. It's been 20 years. I was just recalling on text with my cousin. We're slowly reconnecting, which is super awesome around the Timberwolves. And he's like, I haven't seen a win since like I was in college. I'm like, exactly. Right. Like the Timberwolves have been so ass for so long and we've been riding with them. Like it's just paying off right now. And I don't think it's stopping here. It's safe to say that we have at least 4 more games, but I think we're in for a run. I think this is going to be quite a run and like a multi-year run.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't, because sure, we're going up against Denver. They're going to be tough. I mean, they do have some concerns right now. Both they haven't been playing perfect and they've got injuries, but
Murray's questionable.
He's questionable, and they're still playing. We're not. Yeah, this is more than this year. This is as Grady was saying, I wish you could have heard the Grady call at the end of the game, but you'll be able to hear it tonight. It's A1. It's amazing. He's like, I can't remember the exact words that he says, but he's something like, welcome to a new era of Timberwolves basketball. And it's just like, oh, the chills. Oh my goodness. Yes, we need to do better about catching up on chat. We were so bad last time.
There's a lot of brooms. Oh my god, Charlie Barley's going to be gone fishing and it's not going to be us.
Oh my gosh, and it's going to be stupid Devin Booker.
It's going to be stupid
Devin Booker in the chat. Oh my gosh.
Man. Fuck him.
Seriously,
all night long.
I'm over him. And Ant, yes, talk to him after the game. Talk to him. And I love how he's like talking back. And it's like, guess what, buddy? You just got 4-0'd. You're done. Right. You're being taken over by Ant in the starting lineup.
Holy crap.
On Team USA. You're done, buddy.
Oh, you're right.
You're done.
He's been usurped. He took over the final spot. Holy crap. Bradley Beal's never been swept. Well, he can add that to his resume.
Yeah, he's got a new thing to add to his resume.
I don't want to really talk a whole lot of shit, but holy crap.
I do.
The postseason, preseason, I can't even talk. Like how we came into the season, we were just like, let's just be healthy. Let's find out what we are, right? Let's just see how we go. And then we beat Boston. We're on a really big high. We're 7-2. We're talked about nationally. Everyone's talking about Ant. And then he kind of like dips down in efficiency. Cat is there sailing away. Our defense is excelling, and we're just kind of like above. We're just like gaining ground on the first seed. We take over the first seed. We've never relinquished the first seed until the end of the season. But towards the end of the season, we start to lose a little bit of faith and hope because we only go 10-5, which is still 5 games above 500.
That's crazy. Yeah,
we're still kind of like questioning things, and we slowly introduce Cat back in. Holy crap! Cat, after a torn meniscus, pops off for the best game of maybe not his career, but like of the playoffs, which might as well be his career. Like
this is maybe his most important game. Like
this was his most important game.
Yeah,
and this is such a scary game because you're up 3-0. They're no holds bar. They are going to go all out just to win all game, to not be swept, to not be embarrassed, to prove that they can like exist in the scene of the NBA. And it was dirty. It wasn't dirty, but it was like hard to get manufactured buckets. And Cat was there throughout the entire game, just providing steady hand of offense and exceptional. I would say exceptional defense and rebounding. There were some plays defensively where maybe we could talk about later, but it's like, all right, let's just, in terms of streamflation here, we swept inflation here, like insane game from top down. But like Towns in the prove it series, in a prove it game, in a game where we can shut up all naysayers, he came ready, and
he did. Oh, I know I say this all the time this season, but I'm on cloud 9, man. This is like, there's so many. I'm just looking at so many things. I mean, McDaniels, the way he started this game, insane. The defense he played. We persevered through Scott Foster and
that's right,
the extender. We persevered through Booker literally just shoving everyone over and being allowed. Well, on the other end, it not being the same. So, we have all these things. We kept our mental cool for most of the game, if not all of the game. Oh, it'll be a menacing look for when we are mad. Win the lob.
Oh, he's talking about my look. Hey, dude, what? That a minute 50 left. Ant goes, let's go dunk. Let's go highlight reel. That dunk is going to be talked about for a week. Like, fuck the Lakers, fuck LeBron right now. Like, they have to keep going on for their playoff hopes tomorrow and Tuesday or whatever the fuck. But that dunk is going to be talked about. That dunk is going to be heard around the world. Over KD, it's insane.
That's going in the history books. It's not his best dunk, but it is.
Who cares?
It is such an impactful dunk at an impactful time in the game, in a close game. Dude. Yeah, Eric did call it in the Discord. Shout out the Discord. Speaking of Eric, W gifted, everybody. Eric Keller. I was trying to give some gifted just because I'm celebrating this insane day. But Eric, with the 5 gifted, I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh, and as I'm talking, Crone.
Sorry, go ahead.
With another 5 gifted. You guys are crazy. Crazy. I appreciate you guys have been here all season.
The sun is set and the Wolves
came out. The sun has set.
That's our new catchphrase until we rode it high and mile high and the sun is set. And do you remember like years ago there was like Bleacher Report did these like drawings of like let's move on. Fuck it. I don't care.
Okay.
Oh, like they did these drawings of like the teams, right? So it was like the Cavaliers, some like sort of dude with the sword versus like a bull, and then like if like the Cavaliers won or something that year, they would take like the bullhorn and put it on the Cavalier. Yeah, I'm just wasting your time. I'm sorry, but like this is like the wolf now has like like the eclipse like pendant on their like on its necklace or something, and then like now it's coming up like climbing a mountain for mile high. Dude, I'll stop talking.
I'm sorry.
40 points from Ant Edwards. I can't be remiss without saying that. 40 points. Ant.
This is such a crazy game too, because it felt like Booker and KD forgetting everything about the push-offs, the non-calls, all that kind of stuff. Like Booker barely what he basically went for 50. Yeah, he had 49. Durant had 33. And the entire game, we were still in it. There was never any time where we were down by more than like 6, I think, maybe. I can't even remember. Let me see. What was the largest lead? Yeah, biggest leads was 6 for each team. So, like, and he was 13 of 21 and 20 of 21 from the free throw line. That is sickening, unethical
Gross.
basketball. That is
Oh
terrible.
man.
He is a loser. I'm
Dude, they
not
had
going to
two people
stop
in double
talking about him.
figures.
They had two people in double figures, and those were them. Everybody else was bottoms. Like, it was bad. It was really
It was
bad
so
for
bad that
them.
they had to
And
try Nasir Little and
dude, that was early too. I'm like, Frank Vogel is trying to lose. This is
yeah.
crazy.
Oh my god. He doesn't want this job anymore. Yeah. And I don't really
Man.
blame him. They have so much to do. And closeout game, season on the line, your legacy on the line. Bradley Beal fouls out 9.6 fouls. Might as well have had 10 turnovers as well.
I'm sorry,
Crazy to think about.
I have to interrupt you.
Please.
Shams Charania, Minnesota Timberwolves coach Chris Finch is feared to have a torn patellar tendon in his knee on his late game collision. Sources say brutal. Period.
Shams Charania says brutal.
Shams, he's reporting it as if it's like a player's thing. I mean, that's crazy for him, but I think that's a hilarious thing to be putting out from Shams.
You're not supposed to sleep right now. That's the point.
Yeah.
Dude, this was kind of an ugly game until it started to open up a little bit in the fourth. I think Cat hitting 3 for 3 from 3 kind of kept the juice going offensively. We got to the line a bunch, in a weird, wild way where Gobert gets early foul trouble, and we have to go small, and we went Nas Cat actually, so we stayed big on it, and they had to go small, and they tried to get us and our bigs off the court, and we said no to that. There was some insane Nas defensive possessions that Nas block, the 24-second shot clock violation, things like that. Like they were just scrambling just to get offense. Meanwhile, we're struggling to get offense, but the game is tied. It's like 37 to 37, and defense is just completely taking them out, outgassing them. And we come in the second half, and our shot finally starts to fall. Like we start shooting better than 30%. Like we were like 9% from 3. And it just seemed like, hey, your turn, my turn from Phoenix. And it's just like that doesn't work anymore. And you can buy a big 3. You can buy a team with a big 3. But like the teams that win championships have defense in their DNA. The teams that have a big 3 usually have like a skill set that's not overlapping as much as they do. And we have a big 3 where 2 of them are just 7-foot juggernauts. One of them is a defensive menace, and apparently it can pirouette in the post. But he's not needed for offense, right? He's needed for board. And we have Cat who can do a lot with the little. Like he doesn't need to be playing 40 minutes a game. In fact, he rarely does now because of foul trouble. But he pops off from 3 when he gets the green light. He pops off from 3. He had that corner 3. I can't believe he was on the corner because that's where we need him a lot. We love Cat in the torn corner. And he was able to take mismatches, and you can't really play to a 7'4" because you don't have a 7'4" because that's what that's what we have, right? We have 2 7-footers out there, and you just cannot do that. And then we have Ant, who's just basically a Super Saiyan superstar in the making. And they've had their chances with Booker, and they've had a Kevin Durant superstar who's basically fading right now. You can see it where his fourth quarter production wasn't there. His first quarter and second quarter production was, and then he started to fall off, and it was just Booker in the free throw line, right? So they had to really manufacture offense throughout the whole game, and we were just slowly building into a flow, and that flow really cooked. And that I could not believe the culmination of that turned into that Nori ATO dunk, and then that like minute and a half left dunk, like incredible stuff.
It is incredible stuff. This is a diabolical tweet from Bleacher Report. This is insane.
only it's like a little bit more. Only it's a little bit more. Like
this literal. Is crazy.
It's not just like a wolf in a sun. It's like a actual player. Oh my god!
Do you know this meme? Have you seen this? So Devin Booker reposted this a couple weeks, maybe even a month ago now, where somebody said that this was Devin Booker. Somebody that got his head shaved and they put like one of the fake bald caps on or something.
Yeah.
This is
that
insane. This is seriously crazy. We got another tweet here. Let's see here. Let me share this tab instead. How do I do this? Yep, there we go. Okay, what does he say?
Who's that? I don't know who that is.
Hey, how you feeling? How you feeling?
We're not sleeping tonight. Like, we're just gonna consume all this media, and then we're gonna rewatch the game, and then we're gonna consume all the post-game media. Like, oh my gosh! Shout out to all of you guys. It's like almost 1 in the morning. That's incredible. Like, holy crap! Inside the NBA, it's almost 2 in the morning. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! They're still going.
Oof.
I
My
don't
goodness.
know.
Keep sending tweets to the Discord, by the way. If you're in the Discord, shout out the Discord. I want to see more tweets that are not plays, because unless it's like recorded on a TV or something.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And crazy, like we rely so heavily on our depth, and our depth that really like it showed. It came out to play, of course, but like maybe not in the ways that we're so used to now. We were used to seeing another 1 or 2 players popping off, especially off the benches, and we're so routinely getting the non-Nas contributions, and maybe we didn't get that tonight. And like literally on the box score, as well as maybe like on the court too. But provided like this tenacious D for the most of the game, even though he maybe got a poor whistle. And Nas had
He had a
spurts of
really bad
remarkable
whistle.
defense and maybe didn't get a whole lot going offensively. But that's okay. We found our moments to like keep in the game and keep chugging. And I think there was this healthy dose of McDaniels throughout the game that I thought was the X factor, was like the reason why we can like kind of like play with lineups and kind of like, because of foul trouble, adjust like who we're playing in. You know, like we had Slow-Mo and Gobert there at one point. That was crazy, but like that didn't last long. You know what I mean? So we were playing with lineups and like trying to get someone other than Towns and Cat going, and we didn't really find that except for Jaden McDaniels here and there throughout the game. Anyways, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's also crazy. I mean, like Nas, think of this series. Like Nas had a pretty bad series if we're basing it off of like the season. Like,
oh yeah,
that like this is like a pretty mediocre series for Nas, and if we can have him unlocked in against Denver, or I guess the Lakers, Denver, then that's going to be another thing, because we're going to have to play different against Denver. We're going to have to play more Kyle, probably. We're probably going to play more Nas, and he's probably going to be better in this series too. But man, I haven't had enough time to think about a next series or anything like that. I'm just too elated. I feel like we should probably, just to get some semblance of like, something, try to go into the tier list or something.
I know. I'm trying. I've been trying.
That's okay.
Freezing up.
I might have a tweet. Let's see. Marco sent me a tweet. Let's see. Oh, it's a quote from Ant. I'll share this again. Let me see.
Oh man, what do we have to do?
Okay. Well, if you can send me the link, I can do whatever. Or maybe you already did. I can do it.
I tried to send you the link. Hopefully it works.
You did someplace. I'll find it in a second. Anthony Edwards on Kevin Durant. I've got the most utmost respect for KD. I've watched every one of his games since I was 5. I love that guy. I'm excited to play with him this summer, talk a little trash, and let him know I sent him home. That's incredible. Also, how is he going to play with Booker now that I mean, him and Booker are not friends. I don't think. Him and KD are friends. Him and Beal are friends. Like that's all like friendly banter. The Devin Booker banter is not. That is 100%
is Booker going to be playing?
I mean, well, Booker will be coming off the bench.
Well,
because
you saw like what happened with Ingram and Jalen Brunson. Like they were relegated to the bench.
That's right. They were. Yep. I thought you were saying they fought. I was like, I don't remember that. But yes. Okay, let me pull up your link now.
I don't know if it's working. So in that regard, might have to go to the old one. Live. I'm sorry about that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's loading, it says. Oh, please log in. Oh, I will log in. Sure, log in with Twitter. Well, yeah, that JJ, that Bleacher Report graphic is wild. That is crazy.
Yeah, mine's not working.
Strange. Let me try. Do I do like create live event?
Yeah, you create the live event and then you have a voting window for an hour or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's not working. It must just be their website. Well,
Oh no.
we can do our normal tier list. I've got that pulled up. So
Okay.
let me do that. A
Sorry,
little
guys.
throwback for the OGs. Yeah, normally what we've been trying to do lately, it's been pretty fun,
Oh,
is to
that's
have
right.
have multiple people or have everybody participate, which is fun. So we try to do that. This time it's probably not going to work, but that's okay. So let me get
Yes,
this.
evergreens. Ant's
What
entire
is
fourth quarter was
sensational? Did you
legendary.
add something?
I did. I did.
What are we doing? Are we keeping sensational? We've never talked
Uh,
about.
I'm sorry, man. I went rogue on this one.
You did go rogue. It makes too many for me to present clearly.
Well, then kill it.
I'm gonna try. Okay. Oh,
I
there's
ruined
ads
everything.
everywhere. What is going on? Tier list website is nuts right now.
Just Win Baby Podcast. Congratulations. Oh, looks like you might be a Raptor. I don't know what
Oh
that logo
yeah,
is, but it might be a Raptor logo. If that's the case, then thank you. Uh, welcome to join the bandwagon or the fandom, the community. We're just a YouTube show, but we kind of represent a little sliver of what's right in the YouTube or in the Wolves community. I think it's been a super fun journey. I cannot believe we're kind of like being a part of history here. Like we haven't seen this before from our team,
yeah.
and some of you guys haven't seen this because you weren't born. Like it's incredible to see this from misery to like fold the franchise to
Seriously,
this is just going to be a perennial type of thing. Like we have reestablished our identity overnight. It feels like, and man, sucks to be
it,
a Phoenix Suns fan, but this is kind of a lesson in disguise for all teams rebuilding. And pushing to that next level even. Oh,
yes.
nice.
Finch prayer circle, everybody. So sad. Finch will be okay though. He's got time to rest now. We got a little bit of time until our next game. But okay, well, tier list. Since it's the normal one, I guess I'll give you guys all the rundown so that you can't yell at us later. Again, we make the rules, so everything we say is right. Everything you say is wrong. And yes, we've got Samurai back, built from day one. Yes, throwback. I love it. Built from day one. Thanks, Samurai. All right, Samurai, we've added a couple tiers since you've been here. Welcome, Dom on Twitter. Let's see. What are we
Spencer,
doing?
would you still is that
Yes, Spencer has won some giveaways.
yeah.
I believe. Yes. Yes, Spencer has. All right. A1, unforgettably good game. Spoiler, there may be something. Bottoms is like the worst, like you took away from the team. I feel like we don't really have to talk too much about the bottom of the tier list tonight. Meh is obviously just kind of like we didn't notice you or whatever. And then everything else between. Cash is kind of like a really good shooting game for somebody. Either we didn't expect it or it was just like so good that we couldn't like not acknowledge it.
Yeah.
And then yeah, kind of everything in between. I'm thinking we're going to see some pretty high scores tonight. So,
I think so.
but feel free to participate in the chat. We do listen to you guys. Well, even though I said you're wrong, we do listen to you. So,
Yeah.
and then we make it right.
Notably in the rotation, even when Finch went down, we didn't we didn't go away from the game plan. Monte Morris didn't show up tonight. We couldn't get off the bench, and I think that's okay. I think in a closeout game, you got to stick to who is taking care of this game, and he trusted his Mike Conleys and Nikhil Alexander Walkers, who I think got extra burn tonight too, even still. So pour one out for Monte Morris. We're going to see him in the next series, guaranteed, and it's going to be impactful. There's a reason why he's on our team. It's going to show up. Every player is going to have a role somewhere down this line, whatever it becomes. Kyle Anderson, 16 minutes. I didn't hate this game. I didn't hate his game at all. I didn't think there was anything really to really rag on. I think this is like a comeback to form game. He didn't get a whole lot of like actual like time to burn, and that's okay. That's actually the point. Like you come in to give a break for Kat and Rudy. My grade with 4.7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 3 offensive rebounds is a B.
I lost my stats. God dang it. Bear with me.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I'll repeat them for you for now.
Please
Kyle
do.
Anderson, slow-mo, in 17 minutes, 4 points, 7 rebounds, of which 3 of them were offensive, and 2 assists.
Yes. I agree. This was a weird game in the beginning. I thought it was going to be the Kyle Anderson game. Like, I was like, okay, this is the game where he like rumbles into the lane and just throws it up somehow and it goes in, it like rattles 10,000 times in. So yeah, no, I thought this was going to be a slow-mo game. Obviously, it wasn't like that much of a slow-mo game, but he, even I was going to say Finch, Nori brought him in smartly for like passing it, inbounding plays at the end of the game too, which is like thinking just like of our team construction right now. We have these players like Mike Conley, like Kyle Anderson that are like these, steady head, like steady players that can just like get the ball in situations or not get a turnover in situations. So yes, good Kyle Anderson game. Nothing crazy, but good enough to win. So yes, the live function is down. I'm sorry. Annie Oop is here.
Annie Oop.
JMac 1, JT 0. They got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels. Yeah.
Look at that shout out Nas Reed high school shirt, man. That's awesome.
Well, here, you choose who's next, and you talk about who's next. I need to grab some more water because my mouth is not here.
Your mouth.
Yep.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker, 31 minutes, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 0 for 5 from 3. By the way, it's not every night that we're going to get like 0 for Nickeil Alexander-Walker, especially from last game. Like they couldn't really contain Nickeil Alexander-Walker last game. Tonight, our shot was off, right? No one had it going from 3 except for Cat. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker was a spark that we've relied on. We didn't get a whole lot from him. However, defensively, he was an ace. He was everything that we need him to be. And he never. That's like an imprint of our DNA of our team. Like our shot is not always going to fall. We never were like a top tier offensive team. However, we're building ourselves offensively. We're building our identity. We're growing into something. Meanwhile, our defensive ability has not been like learned. It's being like preened and like refined and amplified, right? So like Nickeil Alexander-Walker kind of amplifies or like, is the epitome of that our team as a nutshell. This guy's a B if not an A, honestly. Wolves box scores.
Wolves box scores on TikTok and Twitter. We got to get now that we're moving on, we got to get you on a show. Sorry, it's been very crazy for both me and Ashwin and obviously the stream. We got to get you on a show here sometime. It would be awesome to have you. I'll DM you. I think
that's going to do another
over. Yes, you got to subscribe, everybody. Everybody's got to subscribe right now. We got to get to 1,500 subscribers tonight. That's only 150 away. No, I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with a B. I don't want to go an A. I think a B is solid. He did have some foul calls where I was like, I don't like this, but there were a lot where it was like, this is just BS. But his defense, yeah, exactly, Eric. His defense was good. And Annie Oop, look at you becoming a member.
Shout out,
I appreciate it. Shout out Annie Oop. Sorry if you don't want us calling Annie Oop anymore, but that's all I know you as, even though you're a year times 2. Sorry. Oh, okay. We got 2 on the board. Who's next? Everybody clap.
Everybody clap. Yeah, let's just do some clapping.
I'm gonna be out of this realm tonight. This is like I can't. I work tomorrow. I'm gonna be up for 5 more hours.
What day is it today? Sunday?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Nas Reed, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 fouls, 1 block shot. That block shot was amazing. He had a 3. That was kind of midway through the game, and he went to the line 3 or 4 times. I think he was absolutely meh tonight, but it's okay. Nas Reed.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a meh night. He just wasn't out there enough, and when he was out there, it was okay. But yeah, I'm totally in agreement with meh. I don't really have any other comments, to be honest.
Wow, short stream after a sweep. That's incredible. Because we were here for 3 hours after a 50-point loss to the Milwaukee Bucks. Mike Conley, starter Mike Conley, of course, in 33 minutes, went 2 for 10 from the floor. I was worried in this game. The one thing that I was really kind of hoping on, because Ant had momentum, but he didn't find it. He didn't find his rhythm until late in that second quarter. And Cat was kind of sporadic throughout the game, but he had his shot, but he had foul trouble. So I was worried that we weren't going to find that extra guy because Na wasn't there. Mike Conley wasn't that for a big portion of the game. However, clutch as fuck 3. And he got to the line a few times, and 7 assists. Can't go without saying 10 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. This guy's a B, because he's everything to us. He's everything to me. It's just this game maybe wasn't, he wasn't put in the best position to succeed. Plus his shot was off.
His shot was off. But I think you're right. I think it's probably a B. The crazy inflation version of me right now wants to go up to an A, because I'm we won, and he had some crucial moments. He had some rebounds that he got that were just he came out of nowhere, and it was just soul crushers late. And then also, just handling the ball late in the game and just keeping us, I know, right? Keeping us steady at the end of the game. No turnovers. Just like that. That is good.
What does that mean, Cameron?
So yeah. What is ball handling mean?
It's a right patellar tendon rupture for Chris Finch.
Yeah, is this not what I said earlier? Yeah,
I'm sorry, dude. I'm all over the place too.
Yeah, but I don't know what that is. But that's that's a crazy injury to have for just knocking knees, or not even knocking knees with somebody. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, to the extent he probably was locked, his knees are probably locked or something, and he doesn't know how to he probably fell down awkwardly too, So, anyways, crazy to think about. The one thing that I didn't like tonight, we're gonna get to that next player here in a second, is that we had a lineup where it was it was Gobert, Conley, Na, Slow-mo, and maybe a shooter maybe Jaden, or maybe Nas or something, and we just were forcing it to Gobert, and Conley was doing that with in spades. He was just I have to get rid of it. Even in the closing minutes of the game, he tried to lob it for Gobert. What was that shot at the end? I didn't understand what was happening there.
Gosh, yeah, that was awful.
And it kind of is almost making me think hey, we're doing this for you, but don't fuck it up for us. I would have rather seen him shoot or call a timeout and get Cat back in for a 3 rather than trying to oop it for Gobert. And we were trying to force it so hard. I think honestly, it's a B, if not a meh, for Conley. All right, moving on, right?
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna keep him at B, but you are right. I forgot about some of those gross plays. Yeah. Who's up next? Are we on to, what do we have left? We've got, we're not going to do Gobert.
Ooh,
interesting.
9 points, 5 rebounds. Oof. 4 fouls. Oof. 4 turnovers. Oh, this was a pretty bad game. I think he got a pretty bad whistle to take him out of the game, and then he was trying to do too much to get back in the game.
Yeah.
So my grade is going to be kind of indifferent. But this is if you just look at the box score, it's pretty shit for a $50-60 million man.
Yeah, this is what happens when you're in foul trouble, though. So I'm not it's less about the stats, it's more about the fouls, because I'm just and I'd have to look at each one again. But I know there was one where Booker was just pushing off on him, and it was just stupid, and I'm that's not a foul. But also there was another one where he's really pressing up early in the third quarter to get his 4th, and it's we probably don't need you doing this. We probably just need you calming down and not having contact with players, especially when you have 3 fouls coming out of halftime. Just stupid.
That's right. That's right. You got that 4th foul really stupidly. And also Scott Foster was at your game a month ago when you were hey. So any little thing, he might have actually just wanted to just take you out of the game. You got to almost play your cards right in that regard. Okay, cool. Well, man, we're kind of flying through the show.
We got some amazing players to talk about here, okay? And we got Future to talk about. Future that we have thought so much about before tonight.
A mumble rapper?
Hey, I like Future.
Yeah, go ahead and grade Gobert as we move on to Jaden McDaniels. 34 minutes, 18 points, only two only 3 rebounds, 5 fouls, a steal, a block, a turnover. That's okay. He hit a 3, a clutch fucking 3, by the way. That was an insane fucking 3. That slow-mo or that cat extra pass to Jaden 3, that was insane. He went to the line 5 times, hit all his free throws. He was not the box score numbers like great. Like the numbers don't do us justice. He was an A, if not cash, if not sensational. I'm gonna cough. Sorry.
That's good. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the ads that are coming up here, and I'm like, what the heck is?
Yeah, sorry. I was an incredible game, and I thought he got a really shit whistle when he was trying to guard full press on Booker, and I think he could have let off a little bit too. But like he just had a bad whistle there towards the end, where they were just like trying to get Booker to the line. Man, that was a crazy amount of free throws from him. 20 for 21 free throws. Jesus fuck, that's insane. That's like
so bad. That's worse than Embiid. That's worse. Actually, it's not worse than Embiid. Embiid had 21 free throws the other night. Yeah, that is on par with Embiid. That is like Harden. That is like Shea. That is like all these foul baiters that do this.
Yeah.
A little different though, because he's not doing the same. Like he's doing a little bit of the same flopping that those players do, but it's a lot more of like he just crashes into a player and kind of pushes off, and they view that push off as him getting pulled instead. And so they call that, and it's just like a really odd, it's like a weird flavor of foul baiter. But yeah, I see the thing with Jaden. I do agree with you. This is an A game for me. One, because of the scoring early, that was huge. I mean, this is a huge game for us, and we were clearly not like super good shooting wise, other than him and Cat early. So it was like nice to have some points happening. The defense, although I appreciate his defense, it was like at a certain point in the game when that many fouls are being called against him, it's kind of like maybe just like adjust a little bit and not like push up as much. But I don't know. It's I guess that's my thought on it. I don't know. Overall, I still say, yeah, this is an A. So I'm gonna put him as an A. And honestly, another thing we got to say about I was gonna say Gerald. I could say this about Gerald. About Jaden. This is his first like real playoff series now. Or is it? It is his first playoff. No, he never mind. Yeah, second. This was good. You know, we didn't get to see that progression last year because like against Memphis, he was good and he had some really good scoring nights too, which was really fun. But it was at the time, it felt so like weird because it was like he was not normally like that in the regular season. So now to see another series of it happening and another series of like tremendous defense. There were so many times tonight where when he wasn't getting called for a foul, the defense was smothering defense. And that's crazy to say when you also have Rudy Gobert on the team doing the same exact thing. Shout out to Jaden for this series. I mean, this was huge from him. Like I know the last game he only had like 5 points and 4 rebounds or something like that. But like this series in general, his defense is A1 worthy in my mind. But yeah, I think he's an A tonight.
He only had 3 points in the fourth quarter, but that was a clutch as hell 3. Conley had 9 of his 10 points in the fourth quarter. I'm just saying, like, the cream kind of rose to the top, and like we saw those moments where like he had to do so much in this game, and then he was getting opportunities early, and they like got him like pumped. I don't know if you saw it, but he was getting pumped, and he had that dunk that was so insane.
Oh yes, he did.
He was so hyped for that, and it's almost like it's like a gift to him. Like he doesn't get to score often, and when he cuts, the ball is like finding him. And when he cuts and gets those offensive rebounds, he gets to the line. It's like we're discovering something with him. He's discovering something internally, and like we said after that second game, he can't go back to another version of Jaden where he's just sitting in the corner, because an active motion version of him is like going to like sail us over the top over any other series coming up here, because no one's like game planning for Jaden. Like you have to game plan him for the other end of the court, but offensively you kind of just like, oh, he's going to probably sit in the corner. It's that classic 3-and-D now. No, he's actually now going to be active. It's going to be insane to see what other teams get to do to stop him, because what they do is they're now in their own head. How do we stop this guy? Meanwhile, Ant is just waiting and biding his time. And we're going to talk about later. Karl-Anthony Towns, 39 minutes, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Went to the line a couple times, but he was 4 for 6 from 3. fuck yeah, I wish I had sound effects to say hallelujah. It was just like, hit your threes. He was insane from three, especially in the first like half where we had no one shooting threes except for Ant's very first shot was a three, and that was it, right? So he held down, and maybe in the fourth quarter he wasn't there, but he was like very present and willing to pass, and he got that offensive rebound to dish it to Ant for that three. He was very present in the game throughout the game. He grew up a fuck ton. Someone said in chat, I think it was JJ, he grew up so much in this series because like we saw the immaturity in the Houston series, in the Memphis series, in the Denver series. Where was Towns? He had like one game every series, right? He had one game. He was a laughing stock, and it's to like find and right his wrongs, and like his family's there, and our team is just like in a new state of mind where we're like supporting each other rather than pointing fingers. So it's never been better for him to succeed, and he succeeded at the time when I think it was right. The moment was like his to take over. He took over, and this is a cash game. This is a cash game from Cat.
I have no disagreements. I mean, this seriously. I mean, I'm just I'm having a moment where I'm like, man. I try to keep myself even keeled, and I try to have myself not get too like happy and emotional about the games.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you can allow that to happen in the playoffs. This is insane. But like, as a fan, not as a player, but as a fan, but I'm just like thinking of all the things, man. It's hard not to think that this could be a year. This could be our year. We've got everything going right now. And I know that the Suns, I mean, we played well. So I don't want people to say, oh, the Suns just like laid over and died. Sure, you can view it like that. Our defense killed them. Towns is part of that, and not only that, Towns, you said it, like he's growing this series. You're right. The Memphis series, he had like one good game. The Denver series, he may have had like two good games. His stats were better in the Memphis series, or in the Denver series, but it still wasn't like good playoff basketball necessarily all the time. This has been a pretty good series. You could maybe have a couple nitpicky things at the late game situations where it was getting really emotional and you could tell that the Suns were on the ropes, but this is special. Just as a side, I don't know why I chose to do this last night, but I decided to watch Anthony Edwards' first game in the NBA. And I was like, I just want to see what this looked like. And the beginning of the game, because this was like October or November 2020. So this is the first time that people have played since COVID has happened. So the broadcast begins with the announcement, of course, of Towns' mother passing. Then it goes to Tom Hanneman, who has passed. And then it goes to like some other person. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was just like person after person after person. And then thinking of like Ant's bringing up and like his family and how like he lost his mom and his grandma. And, like the storylines that we have on this team, and like Mike, he's like, hey, this might be one of my last chances this year to like do something, because you're not given the same opportunities every year. I'm having a hard time not envisioning deep into the playoffs right now, and thinking that we have a lot of pieces and viewing these pieces as all the right pieces for the exact moment that we have right now. So anyways, my little rant is over.
I'm starting to worry about Cat a little bit. Like, I'm not going to go on a huge diatribe here or anything. I'm starting to worry that this is just a job for him, and like he just kind of cared enough, like for his own individual accolades, and maybe the people surrounding him allowed him to like be about this kind of personality, right? Like he really wanted to be. He's like he's as selfless as can be, apparently. And we don't know him personally, but we see his personality on the court because he can't hide it. He would be a terrible poker player because he always shows his emotion in ways. And I think that's like kind of a trait that we should like celebrate and kind of commemorate about like who this player is. But like sometimes it kind of becomes something more where it's an extreme version of him where he's not playing the game, he's playing around the game, where he's talking to the refs, he's pouting, he's complaining, he's not getting his way. And then I thought maybe this is because he wants the individual accolades and he doesn't want the necessarily the wins and all that he could say all that, but he's really just about the outside of basketball life that he gets to present himself as. This game kind of showed a lot of character, showed a lot of heart, And he wasn't. I don't think I saw him once. Like maybe like half. He wanted to, and then he like picked himself back up, and he's like he didn't. He did not bitch at the refs once this game. This is kind of
he had moments too that he should have.
Yeah.
He had moments where it was warranted.
Yeah, and even there's points where like Ant, like we'll talk about Ant and his leadership tonight later.
Yeah.
But like Ant was settling him down a little bit, you know, like and when Cat was subbed out in and out, like sometimes you just have to smile and smirk at how ridiculous the foul calls are against him.
Yeah.
And how we see that versus what we see from Embiid and what we see from other bigs in the NBA. Like he just doesn't get a fair whistle. And he's had to take all of that over and over and over again. And he still has to kind of do as much as he can, if not more, with less time. Right. And so he has to now prove it. All things are against him, honestly. In a series where he has to guard Kevin Durant, where he has to play the 4 when he's been playing the 5 his whole career. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he fucking owned it tonight.
Yeah.
It's incredible to see. I hope the team is just showering him with love after a victory tonight. Like, because this was a lot brought to you by Karl-Anthony Towns. And we kind of knew we would find something from him. And I think this is just like the start of growth. We've had 8-9 years of him, and now we're going to grow with him. Like it's been like discovering with him and like all the turmoil, all the like coaching staff, front office crap, like the Glenn Taylor nonsense, the Jimmy Butler ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then COVID and his family. So we can all say that can be a set of excuses, but like he's had to put that away, compartmentalize it, and play on the court and still kind of find joy in all the other nonsense. So in a weird way, I've completely flipped my tune, not just because of this game, but because of what I've been able to see from Cat in the second half of this year and until his injury. And then also like his way he was brought back up and the way that we're handling him in kind of like this, like these like sparts where we're not like forcing it. You know, we have now discovered that it's Ant's team, or not now, but we have discovered that it's Ant's team, and Cat has accepted it. How many times in history have we seen like someone new coming into the team, and then the other star like just kind of like says, "All right, hand the keys, hand the car, hand this everything. All the accolades are now yours." That's rarely happened, if ever. And when it does happen, that's usually a conflict, usually a riff. Kobe, says "fuck off," and then Shaq has to go to Miami. You know what I mean? Like. Things like that happen, and it only really happens successfully on championship-like teams. When LeBron goes to Miami, sorry, this is a big-ass fucking like diatribe. When LeBron goes to Miami, LeBron realized, right, it can't just be Wade and Bosh together. It has to be me. And Wade was like, I can't just be me anymore. It has to be LeBron.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, dude, I can't. I'm just like overwhelmed right now. I know, like, and I know that there's going to be somebody watching this that's like, oh, why are like they shouldn't be getting like overwhelmed by this? They should be like, this is just the first round of the playoffs or whatever, guys. Dude. If I know, like 95% of you here are in the same boat as me, but it's like this is like I can't. We talked about it just the other day on stream, just thinking about how back to when we were streaming, even just like 3 or 4 years ago, actually, and how. There were talks where we were like, man, why do we do this? Yeah, like this is stupid. Like there is no future for this team. And of course, like we're optimistic because we're here. We still did it. We still went through the 50-point losses. We still went through the painful like up 20 and then lose by 20. And now we're at a point where we're really a contender. And as you said earlier, very well, like this isn't just like a now thing. This is like a multi-year thing. So I'm just
I can keep going and I kind of want to. I'm going to kind of be quick about this next point. Is that we've grown up. You saw all season long where he picked up bad habits where he's like picking up the right hand. He used to do the kick out with his leg. He used to do all sorts of things to try to be dramatic about his game and try to get the calls. The calls are never coming, man. Like they're just like, what are you doing? Like sometimes you're going to see moments where he's like doing the wrong thing defensively. He's trying to get a steal when it's like clearly not going to happen. And then like KD or Yusuf Nurkic cuts for a dunk and he's just like out of position. That's okay. What he's figured out is there's always this next play kind of mentality. And I think he recovers really well. And I think the next point I wanted to just like the final point is that he's learning how to drive emphatically and with purpose and not like to run into players to get a call. He like gets his shot off now. He's posting up like as in his Kentucky days and rookie days. Like he's doing the things that makes him efficient. And like he doesn't blow out his game anymore. He's not doing 10,000 things just to get a pass. He's doing the simple play and the play that makes him great. And we're untapping him weirdly as a superstar. We're untapping him right now. You know, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Evergreen says, please get overwhelmed. This is the series that put the Wolves on the map.
It did. That's what it's like.
Whoa.
Exactly. This isn't just like a series win, guys. Like this is because like the thing that we like to talk about a lot in the Discord and have arguments over in the Discord is like, you know, how do you respond to national media? How do you do on national TV games? How does it look when you're like praised one day and then the next day you drop a stinker as a team or as a player or whatever, you know? Because the team has been dropping stinkers after any amount of positivity for literally the last 20 years. Literally, not exaggerating. Even when we've been like the Jimmy Butler years when we went to the playoffs, we were like the 3 seed or higher for most of the year. Then we lose at the end of the season when Jimmy gets hurt. We go to the 8 seed and then it's like, boom, over. You know, that was like the most joy that we had in a long time. And I mean, like the Memphis series was fun, but like, you know, this era is so different. And guys, like, I know people joke about the Jordan memes and stuff like that, but we've got some clips in the Discord here that I am going to show after this. Or actually, maybe I'll show this one right now. Let me see if I can pull it up. Oops, I thought I just lost you all. Apparently this is stream safe, so I'm going to play it. Share.
First sweep in franchise history. Holy
that too.
crap.
Yep.
Eric,
this is Jordan and Ant doing the same thing. Anyways, I don't want to get banned.
I want to see that again.
I'm sorry. I think that might somebody said it was broadcast safe, but I think that actually might not be. But anyways,
we got to learn what is and what isn't safe.
Well, broadcasting NBA footage is not safe. So, but if you do it through like a TV monitor with your phone, it's okay. Okay, let me go back to the tier list here. But that's cool. It's in the Discord if you want to see it. Speaking of Jordan, speaking of Ant, also quick plug for everybody since we're all here. We've got 212 people watching right now. That's insane. If you could like the stream, that would be awesome. Also, follow us on Twitter. That's probably the only other place that we're super, other than the Discord, that we're super active. I try to do TikToks, but I'm just bad at it. And we have an Instagram, but I don't post anything there. So don't follow us there. But follow us on Twitter, Wolves After Dark. That's my plug. I want to get to 2,100 followers. Maybe we already did tonight. It's crazy. I'm getting so many notifications. It's wild. Because I called Devin Booker a bad person on a tweet. So anyways, I think we should move on to Ant. Is that okay? Yeah.
I'm going to read his stats, and then I'm going to read his quarter-by-quarter breakdown as well, because there's something really, really kind of phenomenal that happens that you rarely see from a star, but you see from like superstars. I think they know when it's time, right? You know when it's time. By the way, 40 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 2 block fucking shots. I don't know why I put a swear word in the middle of that. 2 turnovers, only 2 turnovers, by the way. 7 for 13 from 3-point land, 7 for 10 from the free throw line, 4 offensive rebounds. This dude was everywhere. Okay, his quarter by quarter breakdown. I'm just going to give you points, by the way. 3 points in the first quarter.
Yep, it was not looking good.
Hey, Ant, please come to play because we are struggling to find offense, right?
Yeah.
Please come to play. He had 6 points in the second quarter. And actually, if you did it like where it happened, it was like towards the very end of the second quarter where he finally showed up. He started to see something. He got that that 3 to go down. He's like, oh, okay, something's is like sparked. He's found, or he's like done the math, or he's seen the path through the Phoenix defense, who, by the way, came kind of prepared today. They were like mucking things up in a lot of ways, especially his game. Third quarter, 15 fucking points. 4 or 5 from 3. Basically, the only two people that scored in the third quarter were Cat and Ant, by the way. There's a couple other people, but it's all right. Fourth quarter, 16 points. 2 for 2 from 3. He went to the line a few times. He went 6 for 7 from the floor in the fourth quarter, man. 16 points. Carry us. Put us on your back. Because what you see sometimes, even in former versions of Ant, was he didn't have it going, so he just didn't get it going. Right? He didn't want to be the facilitator, so he just sat in the round. He was like labored on his knee or whatever. He was just not active, right? And maybe his shot wasn't falling, so then he just took a back seat. He was willingly early in shot clocks getting it off, and then he wasn't moving to get open. All throughout this game, I didn't see him not move. He was constantly moving, trying to find and trying to facilitate others when his shot wasn't going incredibly well early, but he wanted the others to get going. He saw Ant Cat was going early, so he was kept on hitting Cat for threes. And it was just a really, really fun kind of this precision kind of game from him, where he was finding the spots that superstars do, where it's time to take over, but not yet. And then it's there's a moment here, so let me just take over this little moment here. It's just the timing is right. And then the second half, he just exploded. And I want you to take the reins here, but this was one of my favorite games from Ant.
Of
all time. This was crazy.
I agree. In the beginning, I was like, man, he just doesn't have it tonight. His shot's just not there. Also, like you said, he was distributing really well, and he was hitting wide open Timberwolves. Wide open. And what were they doing? Clanking or airballing every time. And it was this is making it look like such a bad Ant game when, sure, his shot is off, but overall, he's okay. It was infuriating. So when he started taking over, guys, this, we talk about there's during the regular season where he takes over a game and it's super exciting and whatever. That's regular season. There's not really that many stakes. Tonight, it was obviously no team has come back from 0-3, but the Suns are a capable team of coming back 0-3. They have 3 top talent players that decided this. They're figuring things out as the series goes on, but it's very slow. Tonight, they figured out probably the most of what works for them. So if they would have won tonight, think of the momentum that maybe carries into a game, even at Target Center. And then if they go back home, then it's super momentum. And then if they win that, it's crazy. So of course, we're up 3-0. It's not a game 7 or something like that. But this was an important game, a hugely meaningful game. Not that Ant has not provided and performed in high pressure moments before, but the third and fourth quarter from Anthony Edwards were beyond what we have available for us on this tier list. This was God mode. People are going to talk about this game forever. And the crazy thing is this might just be the beginning. This is just the beginning.
This is the beginning. You're right. That's the crazy part.
He's 22. I know it's such a stupid joke, and people made this joke about Tatum too forever when he was 19 or whatever. But it's different. This guy does everything, and he's got the mentality, a real mentality too. Because there's players out there where people are they're talking about Booker again. Do I hate to pick on Booker? No, because he's a terrible person. But outside of basketball and inside of basketball, he is a genuine person. This is why people are falling in love with him nationally. This is why people are, this is genuine passion that we're seeing on the floor. This is not some manufactured, look at me, I'm Kobe, Jason Tatum. Look at me, I'm Michael Jordan. This is Ant being Ant and other people putting the pieces together. So this is incredible. I think this is an obvious thing, but I think tonight this is an A1 for me.
This is an A1. This is a 22-year-old, and he's not dogging it, but he's not trying to chuck to take over the game.
He only had one really bad chuck tonight. He had one really bad chuck that I hated and I thought was the end. But other than that, perfect.
But he also had a logo 3 and that went in, and I was
it did go in. Yeah, that's a little tricky too.
Oh, you see a Trae Young's of the NBA. who's next, right? Like, ooh, Trae Young, Luka Doncic, even,
Yeah.
like there's like the Luka Doncic is next and all that stuff. And of course, he's like right there, right? And like you see all sorts of all-stars at like, kind of feel themselves and like say, oh, it's my time. And I'm just going to take over games. And you're seeing it right now live with Devin Booker. You know what else you can do is the other side of the ball. You know what else you can do? You can be a facilitator. You can grow in so many areas and aspects of the game when all you did for your entire life was just be a shooter, be a scorer, be a me-centric player. And he's matured into as a 22-year-old, the player that like every team would covet. Every team would have this player as their all-star, as their 1A, and he's so young still, and he's going to be like fawned over by teams galore, and there's gonna be some rumors crap all over the place. I feel like he's committed to this, and he's committed to what we're building here, and
He's
it
100%.
feels like an incredible oversight to just say, like, to not say and speak about his character leadership wise. I cannot believe
That
what I saw on the
too.
court, dude.
That
I
too. I
cannot
know what you're
believe
gonna
what I
say.
saw. Like he
Yes.
brought people in. He was targeting specific players, and you didn't think that would be in his DNA. You thought like the interviews were funny. The fucking people were talking about him wanting to be a football player. It's like, how does he like carry this kind of mature kind of DNA, especially when there was like that, all sorts of nonsense that was happening around him in the early years of his career. How does he grow and mature as a player? And you saw it, and you're seeing it, and you're believing it, and I'm trusting it, and I want it now. I'm craving this kind of in a game, and we're getting it, and I cannot believe it. I'm overjoyed. I feel like we're lucky, and I feel like we're spoiled, and cherish this time because, like, seriously, without getting emotional, this cannot just happen. This is a building. We're building this, and he's believing and buying into and becoming the leader that we needed him to be. Right? Not just be like, oh, because Mike Conley's here, he could just shut up. Right? Oh, just because Cat's the leader, so he just defers. Oh, because I'm just a guy with the ball in my hands, I'm going to shoot. He's learned how to bring his game in folds and like carry when necessary. And oh my god, and play and learn to like play with his teammates the way that like I think Gobert wanted him to play. Now he's a defensive like stalwart. He is everything compiled into one player, and I don't think I can say that about a whole lot of players. I don't think I can really say that about a whole lot of superstars. And so I know I see you next, Wemby. I see you next, Chet. But like, I dare you do all of this. Because Ant's doing it.
Yep. It's crazy. Also, just side note, this is like maybe unimportant, but like the timing of this couldn't be better. It's a Sunday night. Guess what happens on Mondays? All the pundits come back to talk basketball, and they are only going to be talking about Anthony Edwards and then like a little bit of Lakers because they have to play another game. But this is transcendent of any kind of game that the Lakers could have. They're going to talk about that dunk. They're going to talk about the clutch threes. They're going to talk about him talking to Devin Booker as he goes off the court.
Oh,
I love that. I thought you talked about that in the Discord. I thought you saw it. You were like, talk your talk.
I missed it.
Okay. It's pretty awesome. And Booker's talking back, and it's like, well, guess what? You can't do anything. So we'll see you in the summer when we take your starting position from Team USA.
Yeah. Dude, check this out. Devin Booker in the fourth quarter, hella good stats, right? But that's a lot of that's just like his free throws. But 12 points, 0 assists. Kevin Durant, by the way, who played the entire fourth quarter, 2 points. Devin Booker has a GOAT on his team and just decided not to play with him.
Yep.
Well, they were down by a little bit, and it just like, they could have taken over the game in a wild way because we weren't everything. We weren't like hitting our shots. We weren't nailing our threes. We weren't like playing cerebral offense in the flow of things. We were getting certain sparks of things, but they could have taken over this game. Game was theirs. But they just shot themselves in the foot by trying to do too much by ISOing, by doing one player only kind of game. And lessons learned. Like, it's going to be hilarious to see this team in the future. Meanwhile, Ant in the fourth quarter, 16 points and his assists gone up there, and he was a team high plus 10, like 2 for 2 from 3, 6 for 7 from the floor. Like, it's incredible to see that.
It is. We've got Crone with an amazing post in the Discord.
Oh my
Shout out
gosh.
Crone.
Ben,
From
I'm still in
inside-
shock as well.
Dunk from inside the arena. The fan
Whoa.
reaction is top tier.
Let's
Loud
go.
crowd noise. Let's go.
Oh, that's Finch when he's still walking. Damn.
Ooh. Oh, I can't wait to listen to the Suns broadcast of this. They're going to be in so much pain. Oh my gosh, this is going to be good.
You're a martyr.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. I'm going to share the tier list for one last second, and then we're going to move on to links that people posted. We got to go Chris Finch, A1. He took it in the knee for the team.
Oh my gosh. That was was that, I don't know if that was dirty, but Booker like shoved Conley, right?
It's dirty, but it's not. Obviously, he was not trying to like hurt Finch. Like if he would have hit Finch, then maybe. But like he hit Conley into him, so it was like a little bit less. But it's also like a frustration foul, and it is dangerous. Like Jeff Teague did that to Rubio in a game once.
Fuck that.
And like that was kind of, it wasn't as much of like a shoulder like check or whatever, but also we got some pictures of Finch in a wheelchair hugging Ant.
No, that is fucking like that's making me emotional. Oh my god.
I know, man. Crazy.
Well, guess what? We get a week or so off to recover. Yep. I don't know if Finch is gonna like get.
He's not gonna recover in a week. It is like a months long issue. But he can be at the games. He just can't move around as much.
Wow.
Or maybe he has to be like in crutches. Yeah, it's gonna be weird.
We're gonna have Nori Finch kind of moments there.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird.
Oh my god, JJ, I love it.
JJ posted another one.
What did it take?
Okay. Let's go. Am I sharing this? No, share this. Boom.
And he almost tried it earlier in the game too, right?
Like, yeah, he did.
Almost had that. Yet another thing to rally a team around, right? Like now we're going through more adversity with Finch, and I think it's going to be like we're doing this for Finch. You know,
yep.
Everyone's just going to be galvanized around the fact that like this really stupid ass situation happened, and even more fuel that's going to be fanned. Man, it's going to be awesome. Or fire that's going to be fanned.
We've got a
Shades of MJ,
Checkers.
Ben Raider. That's amazing.
Chestnut Checkers tweet here. This is the back of Naz's shirt, and it says "fuck" can be used. Well, you can read it. I'm not going to say this word this many times and get our stream taken down.
Can be used in many effing ways, and it's the only effing word that you can effing put every effing where and still make effing sense. Why is he wearing that shirt? Doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Sweet.
Yeah. That is an interesting shirt.
The F word is Finch.
There, that's what it is.
It should be Flo.
It should be Flo. Oh my gosh. KD after the game, so impressed by Ant. My favorite player in the league to watch. Love everything about Ant. That's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna see. Do we have post game stuff up yet? Oh, the Timberwolves have posted some stuff. Let's see here.
Yes, T-Wolves X.
T-Wolves X. Welcome. Join us on YouTube.
Finchier.
I don't know if we can watch this. I want to watch the interview on Inside the NBA. Do we risk it?
Risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
We can just always start a new YouTube channel. Wolves After Dark 2. Fuck it.
That's true. I don't think we'll get banned. We'll just get taken down. So if we get taken down, go follow us on Twitter and we'll be back probably. But maybe. We'll see. Let me pull it up here. What the heck's going on? Whoa.
Chad has spoken for the biscuit.
Somehow you just disappeared for me.
Built from day 2. I disappeared? Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I'm so confused right now.
By the way, are we interested in playing Big Boys songs?
On stream? I don't know about that.
Oh.
Okay, if you can see things, I can't see myself anymore for some reason. So that's weird. It was like it knew that I was going to like post something that I shouldn't, and now I can't. Like it's totally black.
What would you like me to do?
I don't know. Maybe we can't post anything because I have all these things that I was gonna. Well, I don't have all these things that I was gonna put up, but it's not. I might have to refresh my page here. So I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know.
So maybe
you wanted to talk about some post game stuff, or
we could talk about some post game stuff. I can't see a single thing right now. But here we'll talk about some stuff. I'm gonna refresh, and then if we can, we'll watch some post game stuff, post game interview stuff. But yes, so obviously we have no idea when the next game is. The next game could happen. I think it's probably not going to happen for like a week, maybe late this week, because the Lakers and the Nuggets play tomorrow, right? I believe.
I think so, which is crazy.
They do, yes, tomorrow night. So if the Nuggets win tomorrow night, I guess I wouldn't be shocked if we played on like Friday or Saturday. Friday or Saturday would make a lot of sense just to start the series on a good TV night. So that makes some sense. And then, we'll be back. If it's super long time, we might do another series preview video. I don't know what my schedule is like. I haven't really planned too much beyond the first 4 games of this series. I don't think I'll be going to Minnesota for any games. One thing to keep in mind, we will not have home court advantage for this series.
Ooh, that's right.
Unless it's the Lakers.
Oh.
Yeah. If it's the Lakers, then
Murray is injured or questionable, and the Lakers have found something. I don't know if they can keep it going for 4 games, but found something. I do have an Ant interview. We could try it if you want.
You can try. I can't see anything on my screen.
Whoa, did I just screw up myself too?
Is it all black for you now?
Well, no. I can see myself again. But we're gonna do an Ant interview from inside the NBA.
Okay. Oh, good. That's what I was gonna try to do.
Alrighty. Pray for us. Don't report us.
Let's talk.
Don't report us.
Edwards. Ant, thank you very much for taking a few minutes in the midst of your post-game celebration. We appreciate you. We certainly got the impression, watching this game, that you knew what was in front of you. Chance to sweep, chance to move on, chance to win a series for the first time in 20 years, and you personally were not going to let that pass. Yeah, no kidding. And you were not going to let the opportunity pass. Tell me about your mentality going in.
I told y'all yesterday, or day before yesterday, whatever the last time we played, that I want to kill everything in front of me. So once I knew we had a chance to sweep them, and why we want to go back to Minnesota? We know the recipe. They came out and competed. They played hard tonight. It was very tough, but big shout out to my teammates, man. They came out and competed at a high level throughout the whole 48 minutes, and they trusted me at the end, man. So big shout out to those guys.
And Shaq here, you're 22 years old. You tweaked both ankles. You changed shoes. You had 9 points in the first half. What was your thought process going into the second half?
Like Ernie said, I knew what was at stake. I came out like, man, I got 9 points. There's no way we can win this game if I don't get myself going. And I found a way to get myself going and put my team on my back, and we came out with the win.
Have y'all got any news on your coach, Ant?
No, man, but I'm as soon as I get done with y'all, I'm rushing to go back there to find out, man, because that's the coach of the year, man, and I hate to see him go down like that.
Ant, congratulations on your playoff win, first one in Minnesota in a long time. But you also, at the same regard, knocked out one of the guys that you said you admired in KD. How does that feel, and how does that play into the equation?
Man, it felt great, man. I got the utmost respect for KD, man. He comes in and compete every night. I watch every last one of his games since I've been about 5. So, I love that guy, man, and I'm excited to play with him this summer, man. Talk a little trash and let him know I sent him home.
There were plenty of plays to make the highlight reel tonight, man. The dunks, the big hammer dunk. to you is the most satisfying moment of the night?
The most satisfying moment of the night for me, I would say, is Cat.
Believe it!
Yes, Sasuke! Yeah! Cat, man. Like, a lot of people be the reason we won, man. Without Cat in that second half, we wouldn't have been close to winning, man. So, big shout out to Cat, man. He played his ass off tonight.
Yeah, 28-10. Hey, remind me again where you went to school. Wasn't up there in Athens, Georgia, where I went?
Yeah, UGA, man. You know what's up.
I know.
And what's your favorite
dogs? Had a bit.
And what's your favorite basketball movie?
My favorite basketball movie, I probably would have to go with Love and Basketball.
Oh, you gotta go with Hustle, man. You gotta go with your own movie, man.
I gotta go with Love and Basketball.
Okay,
man. You know,
that's keeping it real.
Anthony,
That's keeping it right. That's
great game, my guy. Congrats on the sweep, and
yes, sir.
And good luck the rest of the way on this, man. And we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you guys for having me, man. See you later.
You know, between Anthony Edwards, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Jason Tatum,
Luka
Doncic, these young boys are
Wembanyama.
Well, he's not in that conversation.
He's getting there.
He ain't there. They won 12.
All right. It's really funny hearing and with everything. It's just remarkable and really like it touches on a lot of things. But like Kenny talking about his favorite movie and then like be real, just be real. And he's like, he has like a fake half of a beard. Pretty funny. I don't know.
Oh man, crazy.
All right, guys, it's it's almost 2 a.m. for some of you.
Yeah.
Wait, can I do math? It's like almost 1 for some of you. Okay.
1 Central, 2 for Eastern. I don't know what they were talking about earlier on and inside the NBA. Here, I'm gonna try. Sorry, I really want to see things before I go, so I'm gonna try to cancel this, and I'm gonna come back like really quickly. Okay.
Don't
sound good?
Okay.
No, I'm not gonna restart. I'm not gonna try to restart the stream. I'm just gonna like close my window, and I don't think it's gonna close everything. We'll see. If it does, I love you
I'm
all.
supposed to fill in this hot dead air.
It's gonna be like 10 seconds, or
let's redo the tier list, everyone. Let's do the tier list.
Okay, let me try.
Oh, we could do a little bit of series preview. Or I can. This is so dumb. Quick early thoughts about who our next opponent will be, which will probably be Denver or Lakers, but we'll go with Denver here. It's like a rematch that we wanted in the Western Conference Finals. We get to see them now. Mike Malone even said, "I have a feeling we're going to see them in May." You get to in a very volatile series where we're coming and we're ready to take the reins from you and take what's ours. I feel, and I don't know if they have enough to stop us. Our offense comes from 1 through 5. It doesn't come from a couple players and a spurt of someone else. And their bench might be younger and I wouldn't say deeper, but younger. It's going to be a big test for us, but we're bigger, we're stronger. We are going to match up so well with them, with Gobert on Gordon, and Cat plays Nurkic well. Like I swear there's going to be some things that he's learned from this series that he gets to apply to the next series. So he is now no longer a year ago Cat. He is now today present Cat. And I think this is like going to be insane. Jokic wants to play drop coverage, and Cat's going to be on the perimeter, and they're going to have Jokic on Cat. They're not going to have Gordon on Cat, right? So it's going to be really funny to see, and we can really exploit defensive matchups where they're Michael Porter Jr. and KCP just like quickly, they're solid defensively. Nothing's outstanding. We're going to shut them fucking down, and with Jamal Murray, like we can kind of completely like frustrate him to the point where he needs to take fadeaway, buzzer beating shots just to kind of compete with us, I think.
Yeah. You're bringing up great points that I've thought about.
They're not a team that gets to the line a lot either. And they don't, I wouldn't say they shoot a lot of threes, but one thing that I'm worried about a little bit is like how we have game plan for them in the past, especially in the previous series where we're just like Jokic beat us. The thing that might work in our favor is that they need a lot of rhythm shots to get going. They sometimes, like the Christian Browns and the the Peyton Watsons, they don't want to shoot the threes. They are more aggressive in transition. We're now not turning the ball over as much. We have grown in that regard, and so that transition might not be there. I'm a little worried about the Peyton Watson minutes where he can be really aggressive against Ant, but then he has to play the other end of the ball too, other end of the side of the ball too. So I don't know. I'm really, really optimistic. I think this is going to be, I wouldn't say a barn burner. I wouldn't say a 7-game series even. I'm thinking Wolves in 5, Wolves in 6.
Wow. Obviously, and I'm not even scared to say it out loud because it wasn't me trying to reverse jinx. I don't think it was based in any bad faith or anything. Like, I really believe that we were going to be losing this series in the opposite fashion, if not like 1-4 or something like that. My outlook has changed significantly. I obviously, as you were talking about the Nuggets, the thing that I was trying to say was like, they're playing the Lakers right now. And I'm not saying that the Lakers are nothing on defense, but like, we're a better we're the number 1 defensive team. So like, they aren't playing amazing against the Lakers right now. Even in any of the wins that they've had this series, they're not playing amazing. So it's, I think we have a real chance, and I think you're right. Also, last season we played them really well for 5 games, won one of them without Jaden or Nas.
Exactly.
So
Holy crap.
that's crazy. And then this season, I believe we're tied, right? We're 2-2. So this should be a series.
What? The number 1 offensive team in the playoffs, and we held the KD Booker Beal team to the worst offensive rating team in the playoffs so far.
Yes, it is.
That is
phenomenal. Yeah, and Ant was only 21 last year. So, and Ant played phenomenal last season. So,
he wasn't the playmaker that he is. Like, there's so many things that are going our way, and there are things where, in a weird way, they're playing catch up to last year. Denver is playing catch up to last year. I think they were a phenomenal team, barely tested, and they're getting tested right now against the Lakers, of course. But right, like, they don't have Bruce Brown, they don't have like other shooters. They've lost their Jeff Greens, right, and they have to rely on Christian Brown and Peyton Watson a lot. And Michael Porter Jr. is a big nightmare, like potential nightmare for us, especially last year when he took us out like multiple times in the fourth quarters. But like, I feel like with Jaden, like, that can just not happen. It will just not happen. I don't know. It's crazy.
It is crazy. I'm trying to share my screen again because I have a new picture from the Discord. There's Tim Conley. Man. There we go.
We're going to get so much fucking love, man. This is like, I can't wait to just take all this.
Don't worry, everybody. Glenn, Taylor, A-Rod, and Lori are sitting down to meet on May 1st.
Oh, no way.
Like, and they're having mediation on their whatever deal, and billionaires talking billionaire stuff and arguing over the future of this team because it is basically like hitting a jackpot. So, and yes, I agree with what Gerald is saying here. Denver just isn't hungry, and watch them tomorrow. Well, tomorrow night might not be the best example, but look back at their games if you've been watching. Like, we were joking about it kind of. I was like, they play 60% of the time. They play at 60% for like 3.5 quarters. And then at the end of the game in the fourth, they're just like, okay, let's turn it on just a little bit. They don't even go to like 100, honestly. They go to like 80. And they're like, okay, we're going to try to make a couple more shots. And then they just win. So this is going to be a challenge for them. They said it was a challenge last year. So I am looking forward to this. And then, assuming we're doing a lot of assuming here. Again, this is just the game after a sweep against our worst team that we played against this year. So we're on a very high note right now. But if we get past Denver, then we're going up against either OKC or I don't even know. I mean, the Mavs and the Clippers are like tied, and they're both looking good against each other right now. So, but those 3 teams we've played well against as well. So it's like, dude, we've got a path. We've got a path. It's a realistic path.
Now against against Shea or Jaden against Luka. Like, I can't wait for either of those, and I want both those matchups. So like, let's pull back the rings a little bit and talk about the fact that we're going to be against Denver or the Lakers. The Lakers, bring it on, Lakers. I don't think that's happening.
Please, Lakers, yes.
And like just like Denver, we're gonna have their number because we're coming for blood, and they're just trying to like compete with themselves, like get back to where they used to be, and they're gonna be on no rest. Like we get to rest and recover and like get in our best shape of our lives again. Like that's what happened with Ant. Like you saw that, like Ant like completely recovered from all the ailments, I felt like throughout the season, and like maybe he is running on like a couple bum ankles right now, but he gets to recover from that for more than just like 48 72 hours now. So that's
exactly all the players get to rest off of any bumps or bruises that they may have gotten for at least probably 5 days. I can't see it starting before Friday. That would be kind of crazy if Denver wins tomorrow night. You're telling me that they're going to jump into another series 3 days after that, basically? I don't know. I don't know. That seems a little crazy to me. I think that they will not jump straight in. I think there'll be a little bit of a break. But regardless, we're going to have a longer break than they do because they have to play tomorrow night. So that's a positive, and we could always use breaks. So, man. Oh, this is an exciting night. This is awesome. And to be honest, I kind of just selfishly, I want to end stream and I want to go watch the game again. I want to watch all the highlights. I want to watch all the interviews. And then tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up, watch all the interviews, watch highlights, watch replays, and do it again for the next 5 days. It's going to be wild.
It's going to be work, but we're going to do it.
Yeah. If my boss is watching, I'm sorry. Tomorrow's going to be a rough one.
I'm going to be doing it right now. So.
Oh, well, Ashwin, what a fun
let's say
game.
Goodnight to everyone.
What a fun stream.
Yeah, what a fun stream. Thank you guys for joining us. And sorry for technical difficulties. I wish I play tested it or saw it through before I did it. But
the tier list. I was like, what?
The tier list thing, yeah. My bad.
That's okay. We'll do it the next series. We have another chance. We've got 4 more games at least.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, all right, everybody. I think that's it for us. A quick couple shout outs. Eric, again, thank you for the 5 gifted. As always, you're too kind. You don't have to do this every single night. You're crazy. Same with you, Crone. Seriously, I do appreciate it, though. All the support, as we've said before, goes back into giveaways, so that's awesome. Exciting. And who knows? Maybe next month we will need some more giveaways and stuff like that. That'll be fun. What if we're playing in June? That's wild.
Yeah. Shout out to Gerald. Real good flow.
Shout out to Annie Oop. You're for becoming a member.
Yes, sir.
And then I also saved this comment from JJ that says checkmate atheist.
No better way to close a stream.
Cool. Well, yes. Hashtag WAD. WAD squad now. WAD squad. You can do WAD gang. WAD gang is okay. I kind of like it for some reason because it sounds stupider. But WAD squad. Get that WAD squad up. How many more wins? 12 more wins. 12 more wins. My goodness. All right. Well, fantastic seeing you all. We're going to be back. Make sure you're subscribed. We're on the road to 1,500 subscribers. We're going to get there. Cool. Well, as always, intro as the outro. We will see you. Well, we don't know. We'll see you in the second round of the playoffs.
Wow.
See you all. Bye.